Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll see the introduction of bookkeeping and accountancy. This is a new subject for you. In commerce, bookkeeping and accountancy is very important subject. So this is your cover page of textbook. Now we'll see the index of textbook. How many chapters are included in this? Let's see. See the first chapter is Introduction of Bookkeeping and Accountancy. In this chapter, we are going to see the meaning and definitions of bookkeeping and accountancy and the various important concepts which is involving in accountancy. Second chapter is Meaning and Fundamental of Double Entry Bookkeeping. In this chapter, we'll see the how the golden rules are framed and which are the golden rules. According to that, we classify the items into real, nominal and different accounts as well as next third important chapter is journal. Journal is very important chapter. We can say journal is a basic of accountancy. So journal is a basic of bookkeeping and accountancy. If you learn or if you understand how to frame a journal entry, that means you will be completed a whole part of accountancy. So journal is a basic thing of all accountancy. Then after next chapter is ledger. In this chapter we are going to see how the journals are posted into the ledger account. Next chapter is subsidiary books. In these books we have to see purchase book, purchase return book, sales return book and different books we have to see in these subsidiary books. Next topic is chapter number 6, Bank Reconciliation Statement. This is omitted from your textbook. This year. Depreciation is next important chapter and rectification of error. Again the rectification of error this year is omitted from your textbook. And the final account of proprietary concern. Final account is very important chapter according to the board because this same chapter is repeated in 12th standard. So we will do the more practice on the final accounts because it's basic of final accounts and it will be helpful in 12th standard also. Next chapter is single entry system. Now let me explain you the exam pattern in 11th standard. According to rule, exam pattern will be conducted like this. First unit test will be conducted for 25 marks. There are 4 exams will be conducted in the 11th standard. First unit test will for 25 marks. Then first semester exam 50 marks. Then second unit test 25 marks and the second term exam, that is final exam, 80 marks for theory paper and 20 marks for the oral. And this 20 marks is based on application based test. So application based test, for the application based test you have one set of books. That is set of book is called ABT book. So you have to purchase that ABT books and do the objectives from that ABT books, and ABT books will be for 20 marks. See, likewise the evaluation scheme of 11th standard is there. Unit test for 25 marks, terminal for 50, unit test 25, application based 20, annual 20, 80. So total 200 marks and final result will be comes from the 200 marks and it will be average from 200 marks. Okay? Now we'll see the reduced syllabus. Due to this pandemic, government has reduced the 25% syllabus of 11th and 12th standard both. So which topics they reduce is, so let's see in the PDF. See, the PDF is, see in this chapter, in this format we have one's first chapter, Introduction of Bookkeeping and Accountancy. In that, see page number 19, 9, 14, 16. These are for the students activity and this extra work is deducted from your textbook for this year only. Meaning and fundamentals of single entry system and double entry bookkeeping, second chapter. So page number 38. On this page number 38, one activity part is there. That activity part is deducted from your syllabus for this year only. Now third chapter is journal and ledger. Third chapter is journal. In that activity which is on 80, page number 80 and 88, that is deducted for this year. And ledger page number 104, activity 1, 2, 3, this is deducted for this year only. In chapter number 5, subsidiary books, page number 177, again the activity box is there. That activity box is deducted. And depreciation chapter, in that page number 247, one activity box is there. It is also deducted. And the final accounts of proprietary concern, chapter number 7, on page number 335, 315, activity box is there. Again that activity box is omitted for this year due to the pandemics of coronavirus. Then single entry system, that page number 354, again activity box is deducted for this year. And next chapter, chapter number 9 and 10, bank reconciliation statement and rectification of error is for self-study this year. So this year there will be no question will be asked on this chapter, that is rectification of error and bank reconciliation statement. See, it is clearly stated that in question number 4 and question number 5, question will be asked the option. There will be an option chapters like rectification of error and bank reconciliation statement. So in question number 4, rectification of error will become as an option, and in question number 5, bank reconciliation come as an option. So students can omit this chapter for this year. Now the examination pattern or the paper pattern of the 11th standard. See, in the paper pattern, question number 1 is objective type question. Objective type question, in that option will be there from like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and out of this 10 option you have to attempt only 4, and 4 will come that A. Suppose the first A is select the proper alternative for the fill-ups, like so it will become for 5 marks, word term phrase 5 marks, true false 5 marks, answer in one sentence 5 marks. So each will come for 5 marks. So out of this 10 you have to attempt only 4, and it will gives you 20 marks. So question number 1 objective question, it will be for 20 marks. Question number 2 will be from journal, ledger, subsidiary. Question number 2 for 10 marks, and it will become from ledger, journal and subsidiary books chapter. Question number 3, again it is for 10 marks. Again this question will come from journal, ledger, subsidiary book, cash book. ठीक है. So out of this chapter question number 2 and 3 will come. Again question number 4 will come from single entry system and bank reconciliation system. So out of this single entry and bank reconciliation, a student can adopt a single entry and bank reconciliation. If students are doing the practice of single entry, so single entry you can adopt, or if or if students are practicing the bank reconciliation statement, so student can do the bank reconciliation statement also. Students, chapters are not omitted, but it is for self, it is kept as a self study. If students are doing the self study for this particular chapter, so you can solve this question in examination. There is no compulsion. Question will ask, but it is for as option. See in the question number 5, petty cash book as well as bank reconciliation statement, rectification of error. So rectification of error will come in question number 5, but you can leave it as an option, and you can adopt the some other question like the single entry system or the petty cash book, and it will for question number 5 will for 8 marks. Question number 6 is problem based on a depreciation, it is for 12 marks, and question number 7 final account of the proprietary sole concern, it is for 12 marks. So there is no option in question number 6 and question number 7. There is option in question number 4 and question number 5. And last we'll see the chapter wise weightage of marks. So in this we'll see which chapters carries how much weightage of marks. So according to that we'll study this 11th standard syllabus, because you know there is a very less timing with us. So within the less timing we have to cover a whole syllabus. So we'll see the weightage of chapter, and according to that we'll start a study. See in this first chapter, first and second chapter, introduction of bookkeeping and accountancy and meaning and fundamentals of double entry bookkeeping. See objectives of 2 marks and 2 marks. That means only this chapter come for 4 marks. So we'll not give a more focus on this 2 chapter, because it's this theory chapter. So we'll focus on more chapter number 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay? So see the chapter number 3, journal, ledger, subsidiary books. So these 3 chapter, journal, ledger, subsidiary book. In the subsidiary book we have cash book. So these 4 concept will come for 20 marks problem and 7 marks for objective. And with option, अगर हम option के साथ देखें तो 40 marks with problem and 7 marks with objective. So 47 marks will cover from the chapter number 3, that is journal, ledger and subsidiary book. will not waste the time on chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. So I will provide you video of chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. Just go through it video and we'll start the problems of chapter number 3, chapter number 4, chapter number 5. Okay? Now question number 4 is subsidiary book. Again the subsidiary book, petty cash book, bank reconciliation statement, single entry system. So in that way we will do petty cash book as well as single entry system, and errors and bank reconciliation will opt for the self study. I will not explain you big bank reconciliation statement and errors and rectification, that is for will kept as a self study. Now depreciation and final account will more focus, and this is carry for 13 and 14 marks in the exam. I hope you understood the marking scheme as well as how much chapter we have to learn. So in this video it is clear that how many chapters we are going to learn and on which chapters we have to go, on which chapter we have to do the more focus. I hope you understood this, and thank you so much for listening my lecture.